Hello, I wanted to say something today to the women again about sophisticated dating tips for you to take out there on the dating scene. And I know that there are a lot of uh, casual relationships out there at the moment, and I know that there are a lot of women who are unsure as to the way to go forward when they are met with some decisions that they need to meet. In the dating scene, it seems, at the moment. And so I wanted to give you some sophisticated dating tips so that it will help to keep you safe and also hopefully to help and to keep you happy on the dating scene and to be able to feel confident in the decisions that you make, because it's important that we enjoy our lives and that we feel confident when we go out, confident that we're able to look after ourselves primarily, and confident in the knowledge that we won't be coerced into making decisions early on that we don't want to make. So I want to address that issue up front so that hopefully those of you who want to be autonomous in your dating choices will be able to do so from a safe relationship standpoint and from a self-loving standpoint, rather than feeling pressured to do something that we may not want to do at the end of the day. And I've made another video called Relationship Satisfaction, which I think might be a useful one for some people who are wanting to have a free lifestyle where they are able to make choices based on their own desires and wishes rather than feeling coerced. And that video focuses on self-love and a strong source connection in order to build our confidence up and to receive the sort of love and nurturing that we often look for in outside relationships, rather than in our relationship with ourselves and with our source connection, which is a strong spiritual connection. And this is an important point that I make in that other video, because when we feel confident that we are going to receive the nurturance and the love that we need, regardless, we then have more confidence when we go out into the dating scene, because we know that whatever happens, we are going to receive the love and the acceptance that we need from ourselves and through our source connection. So that's the number one important point, I think, for us to remember. And the other point that I wanted to highlight, which is a sophisticated way of dating, is to know before we go out that our priority is our values and our standards and our self-care. And when we go out in a sophisticated manner, confident that we know that we're going to enjoy the experience because we know that we're going to be safe, because we know how to look after ourselves and to make choices based on self-care and self-love, rather than feel pressured as women to come in line with a situation that at the end of the day, deep down, we're not happy with, but that we may feel coerced into in order to feel as if we fit in. And perhaps because we may feel that we might lose the relationship if we do not sleep with someone, for instance, early on, or even after 2 or 3 dates. And this is the pressure that a lot of women are facing these days. And I wanted to address the issue so that people feel safe enough to make that choice based on their true desires and based on a safe mindset, rather than feeling the need to be pressured into a sexual or emotional relationship early on, when deep down we may not want that at all. And this is where personal development comes in really useful, and focusing on personal empowerment rather than a romantic relationship mindset helps to keep us firmly grounded in what our true values are, regardless of what this other person may be offering us or not at the end of the day, but feeling relaxed and confident enough to know that our desirability and lovability and acceptability doesn't have to rely on someone else, because we have that ability to love and accept ourselves within, and we have the ability to fulfill those desires from within us through our own self-love and through our spiritual connection with Source, which can fulfill all our desires regardless. But that doesn't mean that we do not need other people, and it doesn't mean that we cannot date men and enjoy the dating scene. In fact, the dating scene can be enjoyed far more, in my experience, when we feel confident enough to allow those situations which are not helpful to go, which then leaves the path open for us to welcome those situations that are beneficial and are self-loving and are potentially more able to offer us the type of relationship that is satisfying and fulfilling, rather than a short-term one that more often than not doesn't fulfill our deep needs for nurturance and love, but are often just a short-term fix that feeds the ego but doesn't fulfill our deep needs long term. So I hope you find those sophisticated dating tips helpful, and that they will help to keep you safe and happy and secure in the future. As always, stay safe and happy. Bye bye.